You are listening to the Whole Boss Podcast. I'm your host, Latrice Folks Jones. I help female entrepreneurs build their businesses holistically with systems while loving themselves more each day. Juggling family, business, your health, and well-being is not always easy, but it's possible. The Whole Boss Podcast is a healthy blend of holistic living, entrepreneurship, personal development, and realness to keep you moving forward in your life and business. Welcome to episode 10 of the Whole Boss Podcast, helping female entrepreneurs have more wealth, health, and optimized living every day in their life and business. If we are just meeting for the first time, I'm Latrice Folks Jones, your business nurturer, helping you to take care of your business while taking care of yourself. Yes. I am so excited today for today's guest, Mrs. Marguerite Wright. Okay. And we're going to be talking to her today. She reached out to me when I did the Second Chance Entrepreneur, and I've known her for a while. Actually, I was looking back at some of our conversations. I think I seen like 2009 or something like that. Yes. And she's a fellow healer, massage therapist. She had health products. She's been serving the community for a long time on that end. Pandemic comes, she has her spa. She decided that because a lot of people had to shift their business during the pandemic because, you know, people couldn't be touched. You couldn't touch people. They couldn't come into your business. So if you definitely had one of those type businesses, you had to do a pivot, or like, what were you going to do? You know what I'm saying? But luckily, the talented, multi-talented, multi-passionate Marguerite, she is also an awesome artist. Okay. I just seen her work and I was like, oh, that is so awesome. She's like really a good artist. You would think she would have been an artist first. But a lot of times when people are creative, they're so good at so many different things. So we're going to talk about, you know, her shift and how she pivoted to her new business and how that beautiful business emerged, because it's definitely a beautiful business. And we're going to talk to her about a lot of different things. Welcome, Marguerite, to the show. Hey, Marguerite.
How you doing?
Yes.
So excited to be here.
Yay. I'm so happy to have you. Because again, you're close to healers are close to my heart because we work so hard and, you know, we put out so much of our energy. We have so much caring for the people. We want to heal the world. And sometimes it's a very difficult, challenging business on us. You know what I'm saying? Absorbing that energy and taking all of that energy, expelling all of that energy and stuff. It really takes a lot to be able to balance both sides. You know what I'm saying? People like, how you gonna heal me and you're not healed? Because you're taking all of my energy. But yeah, so healing is definitely close to my heart. Yes. So let us know a couple of things. So how did all of this come about? So we know the pandemic happened and you had to make a shift. You had to make a change and make some decisions. I know you was like, oh my gosh, like what did you feel like when everything happened and you realized like, darn, what am I going to do? You know, because you had a physical location, right?
Yes. And I think that physical location is what made me sit down and reevaluate everything, because I didn't even realize it, but you just described me to a T. I was putting all my energy into my people, and because when I got my location, that was my main goal, is to have a full-time business as a massage therapist, and I was actually doing it all. And I didn't think of that when I set it up. I just said, oh yeah, I can get some clients and start, you know, seeing clients myself. But I didn't realize I'll be the janitor, the laundry woman, the receptionist, the
marketer, customer service,
and giving the massage as that. And I even had people, I would tell a lot of people to text me.
Right.
And so I would try to call people back in between massages. And one time I called a lady back and she said, you're just now calling me back. I was like, you only knew all what I was doing.
Right. I wanted a massage 3 hours ago. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Hold on. You got to make an appointment on my schedule. Yeah, it's a lot. I totally understand. You know, I had a restaurant.
Yeah. So that's why when I listened to your podcast, I totally related to everything you were saying. Yes.
Yes, that's a lot, but you did
Mhm.
it. You know what I'm saying? You did it.
I
So
did.
it's a lot, but it does definitely make you reevaluate things. You know what
Oh
I'm
my,
saying? Yeah,
that
it definitely does.
that I was at my own location for 6 years. I've been a
Ooh.
massage therapist for 10 years.
Wow.
When the pandemic hit, I was seeing 3 and 4, sometimes 5 clients a day,
Oh my gosh.
5 days a week, and then come home and try to, check on the family, go to the grocery store and things.
I know that life. You living
I,
both lives. You think that
I
just because you work all them hours at a job on your feet, using all your energy, and you don't have to
yeah,
come home and do nothing. No, you got to come
and
home and
still
switch
got to
them
come.
hats.
And
Switch them
I
hats.
realized I was burnt out. It was just my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic hit, that's when I realized I was burnt out, because when the spa shut down and I could not work, then I was like, I needed that 3 months, really did need that 3 months, because in Illinois, they shut us down for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
And they
Okay.
recuperate, they helped me to reevaluate and really look at what I was doing to
Yes.
myself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
It was
so,
like a forced thing. I was forced
yeah,
several times to shut down because, at actuality, I would keep going. You would keep going. You know what I'm
right.
saying? The only reason I stopped, I was all the way burnt out. But, like I said in the podcast, I was pregnant. That was the only reason, and I
Oh,
was older. So I was like, oh, okay, I should stop probably because I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up this pace, and all that kind of stuff.
exactly.
And that was the only reason. It's like something always coming away. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, since you're not going to do it and, take a look
Right.
and step back, then it's going to make something happen, and
Oh,
yeah,
true.
and nobody really could control all of that just happened.
Right.
So yeah, but thankfully, okay, so you did that. You had like those 3 months to reflect, like,
Mhm.
oh, what am I going to do now? You know what I'm saying? What am
Yeah.
I going to do now? And
Yeah.
so did you immediately think about doing your art, or you thought about something else?
Funny story. That's why I'm glad to be able to tell you guys. I've been drawing all my life. Ever since I can remember, art has been my number one passion.
Ooh,
And from a little girl, right? And
yes.
then graduated from college in the 80s from Western Michigan University. I'm originally from Detroit.
Oh,
And I graduated with a degree in graphic design. So I had a career in design for over 20 years.
wow.
It was
Okay.
very, very hard. I mean,
Mm.
for a Black woman in the 80s to try to get their foot in a lot of door publishing companies and everything, a lot of people looked at me like, you're an artist? You're a graphic designer? Because you didn't see that many Black women graphic designers.
Right, right.
So it was really, really hard to get my foot in the door. And I always had in the
Mm.
back of my mind, I wish I could have my own business. But it was, we didn't have the internet, and we
Right,
didn't have what we have now. So it took a lot of money and investments to be able to open your own business.
right,
So
right.
at the time I had my family, so I'm work trying to get good jobs and I tell my children this all the time. I must have put out 1,000 resumes and been to hundreds of interviews trying to get my foot in the door to certain
Wow.
companies. And I actually did, I worked for some publishing companies. I
Mhm.
worked for advertising departments, production, and throughout it all, it's so funny because when I came out of college in the 80s, pretty much everything I learned in college was null and void, because then you had the computers come out
Oh, right.
and everything. So all what we learned was old school. And then I ended up learning Photoshop and all the new softwares, and was able to still continue to publish, production, and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And that shifted, and everything went from print to online. So I kept getting laid off. In the meantime, my family is growing and everything.
Right.
9/11 happened, and I was working for agencies doing freelance. All the agencies kind of just was no more jobs out there for graphic.
Wow.
I did get a job with the small newspaper, and they let me have my creative. I love that job. It was great. The money was not all that much, but
Mhm.
they let me have my creative freedom there.
Right.
I got out from there, I think 2009, with 3 small boys. My daughter was getting I think she had went away that was the same year she went away to college.
Dang.
So everything happening at once. And so I worked here, I freelance, I even taught graphic design for a little while. But the last time I got laid off, I said to myself, well, what other passions do I have besides art? So that's how I got into massage. Yeah, I said, maybe I'll take a class, something. I was into reflexology.
Okay.
But in Illinois, you cannot just take a reflexology class. They said you have to have your license to be able to touch any person. So first you have to become a massage therapist and then study the other modalities like reflex. So I went back to school, 11 months, became a licensed therapist and went hard from there.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up being a massage therapist.
All right. That is a wild ride. That's so interesting because now, like with the computers, like, you know, graphic design is kind of like, you know, back in like full of force, but it's different, you know, because it's all, you know, through there. Cause you got not agencies, but you got like websites like Fiverr and stuff that, you know, people go to and do that, even though it's not much that's $5 anymore, but
Right.
But you know, people are actually, I just watched a video about somebody who was able to make 6 figures on Fiverr doing Fiverr things because they have like, you know, like you might get them in the door with a little small thing for $5 if they do have something for $5. Right. But like people were actually being able to like put their services out there, you know, and do that through those type of things with that. Yeah, that's something about technology and stuff now. You know, it's like so many things that you can do. It's so much you can do. And the barrier of entry is lower. Huh?
That changed the game for art.
So let's talk about this art. So you said you have children. Well, I don't know. I just know that because we talked about it. So you have children that do art as well too?
Yes. Well, I'm married and have a blended family of actually 6. I'm a mother and a grandmother.
Hey.
And three of my sons, they're into art. They just actually did a small film, a short film. They're getting ready to release a short, very creative. My one son, he's the baby in the family. He has a booming art business.
Really?
Thanks to the
Yes.
So he has art that's selling all over the place. He has his own website.
Okay.
And to him, all you gotta do is, you know, he looking at me like, well, all you gotta do is just get on Instagram or whatever like that. So I'm
right.
Like, you know,
well, he young. So that's what people do. Because it's like, I've been working online for, you know, like 2007, I've been online doing things, you know, like nutritional things and my ebooks and stuff like that. But my daughter comes right on the computer and she able to make 6 figures in like 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Working online. You know, I'm like, well, I'm going to say, that is all my work. I'm like, anytime that I made 6 figures, I mean, it was like blood, sweat, and tears and pulling teeth and stuff. She just get on there, just got on YouTube and stuff, making 10,000 a month. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what? Okay. I'm not mad though. So then she does get on the other fit.
And like, hey, just get you an Instagram page and Facebook.
Look, all you got to do is listen, y'all got the mind for it. Y'all got first of all, y'all got the energy. Okay. Y'all got the energy. Second of all, y'all ain't burnt out like we are. Okay. That's number 3. First of all, we done raised y'all. We done went through our trials and tribulations. We done seen a whole bunch of life and disappointments. Okay. We have a learning curve that you don't have because you grew up in this. It is not just like that for us. Okay. It's not just like that for us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it was an eye opener too, because when my sons start doing what they're doing, and I'm like, you know, I describe what I'm going through as a massage therapist and running my own little space, making, you know, enough money to cover the bills. And then here they go with worldwide sales on the internet. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Hold on. Pause. Wait a minute. Let me reevaluate my whole life. How about that? It does. It helps you reevaluate things. And I'm talking about them, and it's not just like that, you know, for us per se, but they can teach us some things. You know, they can teach us some things. And they could teach us a lot.
And I had the pandemic. I told my son, I said, okay, I'll have you sit me down and show me how to upload my art, set up the website, and, you know, set up my social media and everything. I knew how to do the social media part because my kids always tease me. They're like, Mom, you know social media better than some young people. I'm like, because I'm trying to do the business.
You do be out there. I'm telling you, Marguerite, you do be posting and stuff. So yes.
Look, that part. So So yeah, I have really learned a lot from my children. They like I said, I had my son sit me down and show me how to set up everything. And we had the pandemic, so we had nothing but time on our hands. We couldn't go nowhere. We were shut down. And I'm like, this is the perfect time for me to try to get my website going and actually do more art. Because another thing I learned from my children is they draw on their iPads. It's digital art.
Oh, really?
The iPad is an app called Procreate and your Apple Pencil. So everything is done on it's called digital art.
Oh
So
my gosh.
my son taught me how to, both my sons taught me how to use this app called Procreate. And girl, I love it because you can make it look like charcoal, you can make it look like paint, you can make it look like watercolor, but it's all digital.
Wow.
So I've been having a ball. I love it. And that's all my art on my website is digital.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull that up right now. Your art was, because I got to look now. Because that was so nice.
Thank you. Thank you. In fact, I put new art up last night. Check it out. Check it out.
Oh, like that Erica Badu picture and everything.
Yeah. Yep. That's all digital.
Art. That is so nice.
Isn't that cool?
I love it. Yes. I love
yes.
it. Yes.
And I use Shopify. I had tried another site, but then I switched over to Shopify.
Okay.
And I could sell my art on. And also I learned from my son. I feel like this is another son. His name is Andrew Art. He's actually based out of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
He's a fabulous artist. And he said, you know what? Black folks will buy art, but they're gonna buy some t-shirts with your art on it a lot quicker than they may buy wall art.
That's true.
He has a full business where he prints t-shirts, hoodies. He even does it on Chuck gym shoes, wall art, canvas, and print. So now when people go to our sites, order the art, he actually prints the art and ships it out, and we pay him for it, the shipping and print.
So awesome.
So
look at
he's
that family
doing
business. Y'all got a family art business, and everybody got their own leg of it. That is so awesome. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And then my other son in Houston, he's doing it big. I mean, he had a baby during the pandemic, and he's still at it.
He had a pandemic baby. Oh, Lord.
He had a pandemic baby. One time I texted him, I asked him a question. He said, "Hold up, I'm in the labor room." I'm like, "What?" He said, "I'm having another baby." I'm like, "What?"
That's not the first time you found out about it, was it?
It was. It was. He just said, "I'm having another baby. We're at labor right now." I'm like, "What?"
No warning, no nothing. Good Lord.
That's how hard he works.
Yeah. Wow. And he probably thought he might have mentioned it. It wasn't even relevant. He was like, "That's
right.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I'm having another grandbaby."
He's a girl dad. Yeah, he's a girl dad, 2 gorgeous daughters.
And that's so awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's been an amazing ride. I mean, like I said, to see what I've seen from the internet and computers just coming out, I'm aging myself, but I've seen it all, to the internet now, and how people are popping up their businesses, making so much money.
I know.
Yes.
I mean, everybody, like a lot of people put up the appearance that they are making a bunch of money and stuff like that, and faking it to making and stuff. So yes, there are a lot of people who's making, but there's a lot of people who's not, you know what I'm saying? On top of that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it takes work. It's not, everything's not easy breezy, especially, because, people are getting more skeptical towards things because it is a little bit easier, to pop up, and do some stuff. So you definitely have to, know who you're serving and be out there, know how to connect with them and things like that.
Right.
And do different things like, advertising and all that kind of stuff. Like even me, like I've been in business for 25 years, and it's like, mostly with the vegan thing and the restaurants and online doing the nutritional work. And then when I switched my business after those things happened, it was like, Okay, so I had like a little base, so it wasn't like I was starting from scratch, but it's
Right. You
still
had a
like
great
I'm
base.
learning everything all over again, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and in my mind, because I've been in business so long, it's like I got to do all of this all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but I do. You know what
Reinvent
I'm saying? I'm
yourself,
not
like you were
special.
saying.
Yeah, I'm not special. I
It's
can,
a blessing that we can do it like that,
yeah,
though,
it's
isn't it?
true. It's true. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And so I'm glad that
Right.
I was able to do that. And you know, it made it easier for my children, even though, you know,
Mhm.
they had access to, stuff,
Right.
just how things was going. But a lot of people their age is not even able to do it. Like both of my children, they're able to pop up
Uh-huh.
a business and make a bunch of money real easy
Wow.
just
All
from
these young
watching
folks
me
are
and
doing
stuff. And they'll
things.
ask me
That's
how to
true.
do anything, and they do
That's
their
true.
websites and all that kind of stuff and whatever questions
Uh-huh.
they have. So they have another resource that other people don't have. Like I'm
That's
like their
true. That's
personal
true.
coach and stuff like that. And they figure out
We've been
a lot
role
of stuff
models to them, so now they think it's like second nature. But for us,
on their own.
we
Absolutely.
know the blood, sweat, and tears that went behind it.
And still do. Because it's a
Right.
different learning curve for older. And I
It
consider
is.
myself like pretty techie because I build websites. I
Yeah.
I always got the
Uh-huh.
latest little tech gadgets and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But it's
Uh-huh.
still like a little something missing from like the young people, like how they're able to
Right.
just go on there. They know kind of like what's hot. They can really connect to their
Isn't it the
audience.
truth? That's
And
true.
a lot of the times, I guess because I'm 46, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So my
Uh-huh.
audience, they're older. I prefer to speak to older people. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
okay.
Maybe I should switch it and speak to young people and be like a older mentor. So it'd be like more challenging, for like
Yeah.
older people sometimes to,
Hmm.
get on
That's
here and get it
true.
done. I was in there helping my mother on the computer earlier. She was like,
Uh-huh.
I just don't know this stuff like this. I was like, Ma, come on.
Yeah. I think
Come
the
on.
older people need you.
Yeah. So I might need to go older because she was just saying maybe I need to take a computer class. Maybe I should do a computer
Uh-huh.
class, for
Uh-huh.
like older women so that they can
Right.
get online and start their business. Because a lot of times
That's a
after
great idea.
retirement, they
That's
need
their
to still be
option.
able to do stuff, and they have
Yes.
some wisdom and stuff, and it
Hmm.
doesn't have to be business. It doesn't have to be health. It does like you're doing art.
Right.
Like,
Right.
my mother used to be a prolific ceramic person. She could
Oh,
like teach
wow.
ceramic. You know what I'm saying? It
And
doesn't
you can
have
do
to
all that
be.
on
Yeah.
YouTube now, too.
Yes, you can do all of that, and you don't have to make
It's
it a
so
complicated
amazing.
business. You know what I'm saying?
I've
So,
seen a couple of people who blew up right on TikTok.
yes,
Isn't that
yes,
amazing?
yes, yes. It's so many ways. It's a lot of
It's
different
just
ways. There's not
so
just one
amazing.
way. It's
Like I
not
look
just
at
one
myself,
business. Hmm.
my son who's has a worldwide art business, and I like at 19, he's 19 now. When I was
Wow.
19, if I wanted to do the same thing, I first of all I would have had to have my own studio. I would have had to buy an airbrush machine. I would have had to buy a lot of equipment. He just got his iPad, you know what I'm saying, and uploaded his pictures, and people are buying them left and right.
Not only that, there's no computer, so that means you had to go to door, or you had
Right.
to book art
And
shows.
print
You
out
had
some, yeah,
to,
print out
go,
everything. Yeah.
flyers. You had to
Flyers.
network at church or wherever else. You
Isn't
had to
that the
do all of
truth?
that kind of stuff to get people. You couldn't like just buy
Right.
a Facebook ad and
Right.
target that Facebook ad to get these particular people, or
Right.
these people in your area, or this person that likes this, or who likes
Is
artwork and all that
I'm
kind of
so
stuff.
glad you understand, because
Yeah.
people do say, well, Marguerite, how come you haven't been selling your art all along? And I just say, well, I do
Yeah.
say my sons were my motivation, because when I saw them doing what they were doing, I'm like, wait a minute
Wait
now.
a minute. I'm the original artist in this household. Wait a minute. Where
you.
y'all think y'all got job talent from?
Right. That's exactly.
I want to do this too. Wait a minute.
Y'all gotta
I
help
love
mama.
it.
And they
That is
looking at me
so
like, Mama, how
awesome.
come you didn't do it? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Gonna look at you like it was all easy breezy. No, it was
right.
not. It was
Not
not
that easy.
easy. That was not like,
Man. But the good part about it is what I've learned from my children. I try so hard to fit in what other people thought was art, or what other people wanted for their companies. But so now I can be me. I can do what I love, do my type
yes.
of art. And there's people out there that love what I do. I don't have to try to
I love
fit.
it. I told you I'm gonna get some things. I'm gonna get some
Thank
things.
you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, I love it. It's great. That's our
It's a
era
great
coming to,
feeling.
yeah, and all
Right,
that kind of stuff. I
right.
got a 19-year-old too. That's my 19-year-old who's
Oh
doing
wow.
like really well as well too.
See
So
how their
yeah.
mindset is?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's another something right there. I'm like, okay,
It's
I love it.
amazing.
I
I
love
love
it.
it too.
Yeah,
I
it,
love
it
it
warms
too.
my
Yeah.
heart. Yeah, and we
It
can like go
really
back and learn
does.
something. I do shoot. I coach her and she
Yeah.
coached me. You know what I'm saying? We go
Right.
back and forth. She helped
Exactly.
me, because she was like, "Ma,
Exactly.
all you gotta do is this, and that, and such and such and such."
Right.
And like I said, it makes it different because of our
Uh-huh.
mindset, the things we've been through. I
Right.
mean, because it is like something learning, like, okay, like I've been doing things a certain way for so long. And,
Uh-huh.
even though I'm able to switch up things and stuff, there's still like parts of me that it may be difficult to like
Mm-hmm.
grasp and change and let go
Right.
and do it differently. So
Right.
I work on it though, because I'm a proponent of personal development. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
Exactly.
I gotta get it how I get it, but I'm gonna get it. And I feel like
And
everybody has to go through their process. You
it
know?
seems like as soon as you learn something, it's something new. Oh, they don't do it like that no more. They do it like that. I'm like, wait a minute, I just learned how to do it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like a lot of times we don't have to jump from thing to thing either. Like if your pad
Exactly.
and your thing is working for you,
Stick with that.
yeah, stick with that. Like because that switching will like put you behind as well too.
That's true
Because you got to
too.
take the time to learn another platform. You was just getting your groove
Right.
and something else. And I was like guilty of that, of getting every new tech thing and like, oh
Right.
well, let me get this. Like
All
when
right.
things are easier and it's time to upgrade and do something different because it's
Mm-hmm.
really gonna make your life better and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But some things, stick with it, use it because it works. If
Exactly.
it stopped working, then move on to something else. But like
Right.
that switching every 2 seconds, it'll keep you from focusing on what matters, is
It's
getting more
true.
people to buy your beautiful artwork. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
true.
So
And my one son always remind me, because I'm like, one day I stood all day trying to link my printer to my computer. And then my son said, "Mom, you need some help." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I can't. It's something I can't." He said, "Did you try YouTube?" I'm like, "Oh shoot, I forgot."
oh
He
yeah,
went on
yeah.
YouTube and set it up in like 5 minutes.
YouTube University. I'm a believer in Google and YouTube University. I
Yes.
I I believe in that. I believe
I
in
had
that.
to still remind myself. My sons always say, "Mom, did you try YouTube?" I'm like, "Oh wow, I should have
Oh my
thought of
God.
that."
Yeah, everything is like, first of all, I don't know what I did before the internet and stuff. I,
Oh my
I remember,
goodness.
I guess I used to like encyclopedias. Remember
Oh
encyclopedias?
yeah, that
And
was
the
our
little
thing.
encyclopedia salesman who used to come around and sell all them daggone expensive
Exactly.
behind encyclopedias. Poor babies. I mean, do they have encyclopedia salesmen anymore? Probably not.
Oh no, because everything online, Google.
But I Google everything. If I have a
Google took
whim
over the
about
world.
anything, I'm finna Google it. Like if I got a question, a whim
Right.
about it, I love me some Google. Now, whether it's all like the right information, I don't know. For
Uh-huh.
some reason, it seems like it always be the
Right.
right information just about for
It
me. Like
does.
I don't know.
It
It's like,
does.
darn, this
And if
is
it's not,
the
you
answer.
get like a little alert that may not be accurate or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, yeah, that's true. I do. I look for that too because
Right.
my husband calls me fake news. Been giving my misinformation from my quick Google searches and stuff
Google
like that
search.
before I've read all the way through the information.
Right. That's
And I was
funny.
like, okay, wait a minute. I finished the article yet. Okay, that was not the case. He was like fake news. Yeah, so and then
Right.
like I fact check things through like Snopes and stuff and things like
Right.
that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
even when I was in school for massage, I'm one of the oldest people in the class, and
Wow.
the instructor would ask a question, and the kids would just pull their phone up and look it up and say, "Oh, I know the answer." And I'm like, "Is that legal?"
I know. Like, can you do that? We could use calculators in math class.
Right.
Can you use Google in a class where you're asking?
I was so outdone with those kids. I'm looking at them like, you just went on your phone to do the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you
That's
don't really have to know much, I guess. But
as long as you got your phone, huh?
but there's something to say about real books and stuff too. So I'm
That's
about to
true.
try to get back in the habit of reading real books again. Cause I
Yeah.
don't read like that. I done bought several books lately and I haven't
Hmm.
really, I've read like one page, but I do
Right.
read a lot on, online and stuff. But
You prefer a regular book or Kindle?
I do a lot of Kindle because it's just easy.
Hmm.
I'm just always on my
Yeah.
computer, but it's
Yeah.
something about reading a book. I think I'm gonna get
Right.
back to that. I don't
That's
know what it
true.
is. I guess it's the same thing. I'm still like consuming the information. But that's
That's
the other
true.
thing. I said I'm gonna stop consuming so much information as well too. Because when I tell you I got a brain full of stuff, my people always tell me,
Know
"Damn,
the
you know
feeling.
everything, don't you?" No, I don't, but I do know a lot of things because I'm so daggone nosy.
Right.
That's what it is. I'm nosy. I'm
Right. And
nosy as
it's
all
just like
get.
for me with my holistic information. If you saw my desk right now, I have a lot of 3-ring notebooks and everything with all this herbal information. And my son,
Yes.
I said, Mama, can you just scan all this stuff? And I'm like, I can't get rid of my paper. He said, just
I
scan
had to get rid
everything.
of
And
it. I had to
you
get rid
did
of
it.
it. Well, I
Oh,
still
good.
got some down here, but
Uh-huh.
a lot. I guess I'm down to how many is that? That's like 6. I got 6 over there. But I used to have like boxes full of them black and white notebooks, and I'm
Uh-huh.
always writing down my ideas
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But now I use Trello. So like my students and stuff, I get
Uh-huh.
them on Trello. I have all these like Trello
Now what's
templates and stuff.
Trello?
Trello is like a project management software, and it helps you to keep your stuff organized and keep you to putting
Uh-huh.
systems and flows and stuff so that you
Oh
can manage different
wow.
things. And it's not
That's
super
good
complicated.
information. Okay.
Yeah, it's not super
I might
complicated.
need to be one of your students.
Yes, yes. Whole Boss Academy. Okay, Whole Boss Academy.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, because I would have all these notebooks, and then most of the time
That's
I would
me.
never go back through them. Try to find something in all of them
Right.
notebooks, okay? But
Exactly.
Trello, you could just search a word, and
Uh-huh.
stuff will come up. Like it'll come up like the different cards because things are like
Mm-hmm.
organized in boards and cards and stuff like that.
Mm.
So it makes it easy to find stuff.
Uh-huh.
If I want
Uh-huh.
to save anything online or something and come back to it, I put it in little organized sections. And so it
Oh
helps me to keep
wow. I
things
really need
together.
that information. That's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
okay.
And it's
Okay.
free. It's free. I mean, they have a paid tier,
Wow.
but like you can do
Yeah.
everything you need with the free tier. And
I've never heard of that. That
yeah,
sounds
yeah. And they
so like
have
I say,
stuff.
I still got stacks and stacks and stacks of
Yes.
my herbal information that I don't want to let go.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's good. And I would keep that as well too. But sometimes those
Hmm.
pages, go out sometimes.
They
So it's
fade
good to
away. Right.
scan. Yeah, it's good to scan, like just like your son said. If
Yeah.
you scan it into your
And
computer
back it
and
up.
organize it, it's gonna be
Hmm.
easier to find. You could like scan a few pages a day and just work on like building your online thing.
That's a
Keep
good
your books,
idea.
yeah.
That's a
Keep your
great
books,
idea.
but you can have that. You'll
Hmm.
probably
It's
access it more.
amazing. Even with
Mhm.
my art now, by me doing the digital art, everything is on the iCloud. It's like
Yes.
so amazing.
Yes.
I can't get used to it. It's just too cool. It's too easy. Like something ain't right. This is too easy.
No, that's awesome because you can use your
Yeah,
talent and then you can use your talent combined with technology. That's what I love.
that's true. It's exciting.
Those
It's
systems, and
very
you can put
exciting.
things together and then you could just put it on a
Yeah,
t-shirt easily. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like even if your son didn't do the t-shirts, you can like do it through a t-shirt company. Like it's so
Exactly.
easy to put stuff
Exactly.
on things. Yes.
It's so true.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just a whole new world.
I love it. I love it. What other questions
Uh-huh.
did I have for you? Because we was
Uh,
just talking, because it's really just a conversation and it's so
yes.
interesting. All
It's
of
so,
that
and
is
we
so
can relate
interesting.
so much and everything.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely,
Uh-huh.
definitely. Okay, so
Yeah.
I guess that really what I was gonna get to. What exactly products and services do you have available? So you have the
Hmm.
wall art, you have t-shirts. What else you have?
Hoodies, and actually you
Mm.
can get the mugs now with
Oh,
my art on mugs.
nice.
Like I say, the printer that I work with, he's doing everything from what else does he have? A lot of accessories that you can
Okay,
put the artwork on. So I'm
okay.
I'm looking forward to expanding.
Yes.
And also what I'm excited and something I've loved ever since I was a little girl is doing illustrations for children's books.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm working on my fourth children's book right now,
Mhm.
illustrating the book. And in the meantime, I wrote a book myself based on my daughter when she was a little girl called Little Lily's Black History Facts.
Oh, okay. Little
So it's gonna
Lily's
be
Black
all
History.
about Black history and her as a little girl. She loved Black history. We used to share Black history facts with each other. So the book is gonna be like that.
I love that. Okay, so we got a children's book coming up as well too.
Yeah,
And do you
yeah.
do like work for people, like if they want something specific, can they commission
Yeah,
you?
actually, I've been learning more about being a commission artist because you
Okay.
got from the small writers all the way up to the big publishing companies. So you got
Mm,
to decide, and of course, the big publishing company's gonna pay you a lot more. So I'm
yes.
trying to, get my foot in the door of being access to, because you can make from 3,000 on up in a children's book with one of the larger publishing
Oh,
companies.
nice. Okay.
Yes.
Look, so you're
Hmm.
creating something else too. So you can like do some
Yeah.
freelance stuff and it's
Exactly.
amazing.
Isn't
Yes.
it amazing?
Yeah, that's
It's
so
so
amazing.
amazing. And when I look on Instagram, and sometimes I just sit there and look at all the children book illustrators and all the Black art, and it's just beautiful. And of course, right now Black Lives Matter, and it's like
Yes.
making a statement too. So that's
Yes.
really important too.
Yes. That's
Hmm.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Hmm.
love that. I
Isn't
definitely
it
love that.
something?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, okay. So where can we find you online? Give us the website
Okay.
and your Instagram and stuff, handles and stuff. And I'll put all of that in the notes of this
Oh,
podcast. So
great.
if people, want to reach Marguerite, then they
Sure.
can find you at
Marguerite's Art, that's MargueriteSART.com.
okay, okay. But I'm gonna put
And
it
that,
down there. So
yeah, and you'll find all my social media there on my website. I'm on Instagram, I'm
okay.
on Twitter, and I'm also on TikTok.
Is it under Marguerite's art or it's just
Yeah,
Marguerite?
Marguerite's Art.
Okay, Marguerite's art. Okay, so you can
Yeah,
find her Marguerite's art everywhere. And again, that information will be in the show notes. Okay, so that is so
great.
awesome. That is such a beautiful journey. I'm so glad that you
Thank
were able to
you.
pivot and you were able to take
Whew.
a breather and
Yes.
revive. You look awesome.
Thank
Yes,
you. And
yes,
I am
yes.
still doing massage. It's just not
Okay.
like on the level I was
Yeah,
doing it before.
yes. You can
Yes.
do it on your own terms. You can schedule your
Yes.
time. You can have your few, clients. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you do it mobily, right?
I'm doing mobile. So I have some clients who they, depend on me, like Marguerite, my shoulder. So, I'll
Yeah.
go check them out. And
Okay.
yeah, it's been great.
So you're in Chicago area, or just Illinois?
I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago. It's
Okay.
called Dixmoor, where I live, which is by Harvey,
Okay.
Illinois. So it's the south
Yeah.
suburbs.
So if y'all need
Yes.
massages, if she's available because she's busy, if she's available,
I'm,
honey.
my sister used to call me the Jamaican woman. She had three
I got
jobs.
tree jobs. I know, me definitely. It must be because my father's actually Jamaican, so it must be my
Oh,
Jamaican side.
wow.
Because people feel like I got tree jobs, mom. Look, I haven't had as many jobs as I used to. I kind of refused to do a
Oh,
lot
you
of the
did?
things that because I was like, okay, Latrice, because
You
you
do have to
always
step
doing
back.
50 million
Yeah.
and 75 times. So I was like, 50
Right.
million and 75 things. So it's like,
Right.
Latrice, focus.
Yes. Yes. I think it's great. I've seen you evolve and it's beautiful. I mean, when I saw your
You.
podcast, I was too excited.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's
uh,
exciting. It's exciting.
yeah.
So, we have to allow ourselves to do that. Because again, I'm like, oh God.
Yes. It's a lot.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
realize you only have so many hours in the day. You got to just step away from a minute.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of
uh-huh.
one of the big things that, I work on myself. Like a lot of the things I create is like because of myself. Okay. Like
Okay.
being able to set more boundaries, putting more
Yes.
systems in place, like
Yes.
working on my habits and things like that. All of that stuff
Great.
that I create for other people is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's for
Oh
me, to
man.
keep me on
Awesome.
track. You know what I'm saying? So
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's so awesome. But yes,
It
anything
is.
else that you want to share with us, or any like
Oh
last
man.
words that you have for other people who may have been in a career or had a certain business for a longer time, and something comes up, or they feel like they don't have their passion anymore, or they're really burnt out,
Yeah.
and they just want to change and do something different. They have another
Mhm.
passion or talent, and they're afraid of the change. Do
Right.
you have any words for them?
Well, I guess I could just look at myself. I'm going to be celebrating 60 this year. And
Really good.
it
Yes.
feels so good to
Yes.
be actually doing what I want to do, even though I waited so many years to do it.
Yeah, it's
It just,
okay. It's all right.
don't think that you're too old for ladies of a particular age like myself.
Yes.
Don't think just because you're at that age now that you can't do what you really, really want to do.
Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you so much, Marguerite. Thank you so much for being a guest on my
Thank you for
show.
having me. I'm
And much
so happy.
success to you. I know that you're going to have
Thank
a lot of
you.
success. You got them children that you raised up
Oh,
that can now like give back to you and help
yeah,
you to be, do what you need
that's
to
true.
do. Okay. In
That's
this new
true.
world, this new digital world. Okay.
Oh, wow. It's
All
so
right.
amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, thank you. So if you have liked this podcast and podcasts like this, please like, subscribe, and follow us. And if you have, if you want to have any conversation, because Marguerite, you in the whole boss tribe too in Facebook, aren't you?
I'm getting ready to click on there now. Make sure that I am.
Yeah.
I might have joined, but I'm missing some of the information, so I'm gonna make sure I'm on there.
Okay, yeah. So if you are on there, and if you have any questions or want to reach out to Marguerite, first of all, go to her website, follow her on social, and we can also have a chat about this right inside the Whole Boss Tribe Facebook group. And I will see you. Yes. All right. Well, thank you again, and I will see y'all next time. Until next time, peace. If you're ready for more clarity in your business and to set it up to have more time, energy, and profit, then download my free Biz Starter Kit at wholeboss.com/starter kit.